So 2011 was my awakening year. It's the year I became interested in all things spiritual. I knew there was more to life, and my mind was very open to Buddhism, witchcraft, Wicca. I never studied Wicca or Buddhism, none of that stuff, but I'm an individual very open to stuff like that. Like, I always believed as a kid that magic was real. I believed in telekinesis. When I was 18, I started trying to move things with my mind. Me and a friend, I went to Job Corps, me and a friend, he was also weird, just like me, spiritual weird fuckers. We hooked up, became good friends, and we started practicing our telekinesis together. We tried to move stuff. And one day, we've been practicing for like a good month with no success. And one day, I woke up off my bed from a deep sleep, woke up, and sat down and went to practice and try to move this ping pong ball. I still was pretty drowsy and sleepy. I was very aware. And I felt myself become the ping pong ball, and I moved it a good 6-7 inches. I moved it to a straight line. I stopped, and then I decided I wanted to move it to the right. And I moved it to the right, like 4 inches. I stopped. I got super excited. I jumped up and started screaming. I ran into my friend and told him I moved. I was so hyped, so excited. I ran and told him I moved it. Telekinesis, I moved it. It's real. It's actually real. Yes, telekinesis is real. I've done it a couple times, but it's hard. You have to practice, and you have to start small. It's not an easy skill. You're gonna fail a lot, telekinesis. But yeah, I did that when I was 19. And I fell off. I haven't been practicing telekinesis. So I can't even move nothing right now because it's a skill. If you don't practice it, you'll lose it. Just like anything. It's misunderstood. That's all. That's all it is, misunderstood. Just like back in the day, people didn't realize electricity existed until they discovered it. But it was always there. Electricity was always there. Telekinesis has always been there. It's just not understood. But anyway, I kind of went off with a little tangent there. Jeez, where was I? But yeah, kind of forgot where I left off there. It's okay, we'll figure it out. But I was always interested in very spiritually about life and different things in life. I was weird, I was different. I know, that's me. But yeah, we hooked up, we had a good time, and yeah, and that was my end of my telekinesis journey. I kind of got lazy and stopped practicing. But anyway, that's not the topic of the video. This is about my sun gazing journey. How the hell did I start looking at the sun? It's a journey. I actually was not seeking the sun. The sun found me. I was in the bookstore at the time. I was in Philadelphia, where I lived, and I was 21. I was reading, which I like to do, and at the time there was a convention discussion going on about sun gazing. It was about 15, 20 people talking about their experience sun gazing. I never heard about sun gazing ever in my life. So I was very curious and interested. I stopped immediately reading and just started listening. I didn't say a word, I was just listening. Heard everything. One guy said that he was in the Korea War, and his captors, out of torture, made him look at the sun to see if he'll go blind. And not only did he not go blind, his eyesight got better, and he experienced other benefits, which I can't quite remember exactly the other benefits, but I do remember he didn't go blind, and his eyesight got better. It's been a long time. Anyway, so after I heard all their stories about sun gazing, I started doing some research on my own, and I discovered that there is a system called an Indian guru guy HRM from India came to the United States and brought sun gazing to the West, which sun gazing started becoming popular in around 2012. Mainstream popular, but it's been going around for thousands of years. Sun gazing has been an ancient practice that's been practiced for thousands of years through all different types of cultures, from Native Americans to Mayans to Egyptians. Sun gazing has been part of their culture, and other cultures as well, African cultures. Yeah, keep getting off track. Trying to remember where I left off at. Okay, sun gazing, where was I? Okay, I got super interested, and I did my research, and I found out that this Indian guru guy, HRM, he brought sun gazing. He made it popular, and he made his own system where, this is for safety. Like, when you mess with the sun, you have to be, in the beginning, you have to be very careful, because your eyes are not used to any type of UVB light. It's not used to it. UVB, UVA, different spectrums on the light. Your eyes are not used to it, because you kind of got like baby eyes. So he developed a system to protect beginners. So the system started, you have to, during sunrise and sunset, the UVB rays is at 0. These are the intense rays of the light that's in the light that can specifically cause damage if your eyes are not used to these rays of light. Now, during the first hour of sunrise and the last hour of sunset, UVB rays is at 0. So your eyes can safely look at the light during this time. Now, he advises to look at the sun around this time for 10 seconds during your first day. The second day, 20 seconds. And then you keep going until you reach 45 minutes. Every day you increase by 10 seconds. So you keep doing this, looking at the sun, increasing it until you get to 45 minutes of looking at the sun. And then your sun gazing is complete after this 45 minutes, and you stop. That's his method. That's not my method. I don't do it. I just don't. It just didn't work for me. For one, it just was easier for me to intuitively look at the sun until I felt comfortable. I felt like putting the time limit on after sun gazing is putting sun gazing in a box. Anyway, I started off as doing that. Like, I did my research and learned about HRM. No, actually, no. I did my research, but the very next, actually, no. I didn't do no research. Now I think about it. The very next day, I sun gazed. Once I was at the bookstore, I said, I'm doing that shit. And I immediately sun gazed on sunset. And I didn't follow no HRM 10-second stuff. I just did it for like 10 minutes. First time ever. Which is, they don't advise you to do it that long for your first time. But yeah, I had a traumatic experience my first time. It was one of the greatest natural highs I ever experienced in my life that I never could recreate from that first time sun gazing. I was high, a natural high, for like 8 hours. It was one of the most pure. I was so happy, so content, so peace. Whatever the light did, I think the theory of mine, I've been going so long without getting proper sunlight. When you sun gaze, your brain gets the proper sunlight. So my body was basically got chock full of sunlight. It was not ready for, and it released a bunch of serotonin, basically all your feel-good hormones and chemicals in your brain. And my brain got released. It would make me feel like I was high for 8 hours. I felt good. It was a psychedelic high, but it was unexplainable, but it was some good shit. It was only a one-time thing though. My first time sun gazing, it was bliss. That's what I felt, bliss. It was magical. Oh man, but yeah, it was that one-time thing. You still feel good as fuck sun gazing, but yeah, man, ain't nothing like that first time for me. But anyway, yeah, after that first experience, I definitely was hooked. I was like, yeah, I'm doing that forever if you're gonna make me feel that good. But yeah, I started doing research, and I discovered that there's actually a protocol, a system that if you're a new beginner, that they advise you to want you to do in 10 seconds a day, increase. You don't supposed to just without ever looking at the sun, just do it for 10 minutes without the first time. Yeah, that's not highly advisable, and which I did, but it kind of worked out for me anyway. But yeah, ever since then, 2011 to 2025, I've been still going strong. Now I can look at the sun any time of the day, anytime. I'm pretty advanced at it. The benefits are extraordinary. Perfect health. You don't get sick. You look younger. You'll live longer. You have more energy. Your mood is always good. You're positive and good health and energetic and optimistic. People can feel the good energy you exude. You basically sun gazing, you're gonna match the sun energy. The sun has a high vibrational, loving energy. And when you're looking at the sun, you become that. You're gonna start matching the sun's energy. So you'll literally start becoming like a sun. And that's just one of the, I gotta write a book on the benefits, but this is a brief talk about my experiences. But once you start the process of sun gazing, there's no going back. It's just, you just know that it's good for your entire being. Yeah, but like once you see the light, there's no going back, basically. It's like getting an upgrade and then not having an upgrade. Like once you experience what life like with this practice of having the sun in your life, like the benefits, there's so many benefits that it'll be mind-boggling to not do it. Because I know it helps me spiritually It gives me a connection with the Creator. It gives me a connection with myself. It's pleasurable. It feels good. It makes you feel good. It makes you put you in a good mood, more energy, and stress. All that stress that you get from life and living life, the sun will take it from you. Because the sun, and through the sun you'll have the Father. The Father God comes through the sun. It shines through the sun. The sun is like a portal. And the sun and the Creator shines through that portal, sun. But there's also many portals throughout everywhere. The sun is just one of the portals. You is a portal. The Creator is going to shine through you. A tree, plants, animals, everything is connected. But yeah, it's just a difference talk.